that's where kind of crypto and gaming intersects. Like I think that's play to earn instead of just playing is the future of gaming for sure. Like I think my kids will be like, you used to play video games for free?
Yeah. What were you doing?
Yeah.
All right, Grayson, first and foremost, do you remember the first time we played against each other?
Guessing it was 2015.
The year you won the national championship.
Yeah.
And the year we won the ACC championship, but you guys got the last laugh in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we just wanted to get that squared away. What is your favorite hobby outside of basketball?
By far gaming.
Gaming, okay. How did you get into it? Is it something that you've always enjoyed? How has it grown since you've become an NBA player?
Yeah, I've always been a gamer. It started with sports games when I was younger, and then quickly moved to like first-person shooter type games like Halo and Call of Duty, and that got me like full-on addicted to gaming. I don't play much 2K or sports games. If I play sports games by myself, it'll be like FIFA or something.
Right.
It's more of like getting away from basketball, not playing basketball,
continuing.
and going home and doing more of the same, you know.
In our hotel rooms when we have downtime, because I think people don't see how much downtime we have, you'll game.
For me, it's got a few hours when we land in a city, or if we're overnight a city an extra day, like I'm gaming for a few hours.
And so what are you playing?
Mostly Apex Legends, which
Got
is like a first-person shooter battle royale type game.
Since you've been in the NBA, have you found yourself gaming more? Have you taken it to the level of sponsorship, trying to do it as like a side hustle, or is it purely just you love doing it?
No, I've definitely been doing it more since I got in the NBA, just because it kind of fits perfectly. So I started streaming on Twitch, playing mostly Apex. I actually had my own Apex tournament, invited a bunch of the pro teams in Apex to come play. We had a prize pool. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
First one?
Yeah, first one.
How was it?
First of many, hopefully. It was cool.
It was cool? How'd you do?
I actually ended up, I wasn't planning on playing in it, but then the 20th team kind of got selected through this random process with one of the sponsors, Protege, and the person who won the contest selected me as their teammate. And they could have picked anybody. I don't know why they picked me. So we played and we tied for 19th place out of 20. So.
Oh wow, so some good players, some good teams.
I mean, yeah. Me saying we didn't come in last is like a huge victory.
I was gonna say, yeah, you didn't come in last. Since you've gotten to Milwaukee, have you set up the gaming in the new house, the new crib, or is it still a work in progress? Like, is there a process to this?
I was just playing off my laptop screen for a little bit, but the other day I went to Best Buy and I had to go buy a monitor because I was sick of playing on the 17-inch screen.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a new one. So I got that.
Nice, so it's getting there.
I'll be setting that up soon. Yeah.
Nice. Is that all you need?
Yeah, just PC. I still have an extra monitor that'll make it here, so it'll be 2 screens in my PC.
Oh, it's growing.
Yeah,
it's growing. I like that. Good for you. You know, the culture in Milwaukee, it's been great since I've been here. Guys get to know guys outside of just basketball, and I know some of our PTs, some of our trainers, some guys on the team talk about investing. Are you a big investor? If so, how did you get involved in that?
I'm starting to be one. I wouldn't call myself a big investor yet, but definitely the interest is there.
Yeah.
Right now it's just a little bit of stuff on the side, but it kind of just happened, I guess, during COVID, just from being bored and like
gamed out.
Yeah, gamed out. Like you only play so many video games, right? You start looking for other stuff to get into.
Yeah.
It's like that addicting. And once you start like seeing some green and making money, then you're like, okay, I should look into this 100%. A little bit more.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
How can I replicate this?
Yeah.
Is it mostly crypto? Do you like the stock market? Like, what steps have you taken to educate yourself? Because I think one thing I've learned since being in the NBA is it's not just about investing necessarily to try to turn $100 into $1 million. It's what is the education side of it so that you understand why 100 may never turn into $1 million, but it could turn into a couple 100,000 or whatever.
Yeah, so I definitely tried to educate myself more, and that's why I kind of say this stuff. I do trade in the stock market too, but that's more because I have an interest in just like looking at charts. So I learned technical analysis in the stock market, basically like self-taught watching YouTube videos. I have most of my stuff with people much smarter than I am.
Yeah, for sure.
And a little bit
Long-term
safer,
stuff,
which
long-term
you know, you learn that like compounding gains over years, like when you're retired, will be big. So if you can just get that 5 to 10% a year from now is huge. But the stuff that I do on my own in the stock market is more volatile. So
yeah,
I'm trying to
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And do you take an interest in the companies that you are investing in? Like, do you learn about them prior to, or do you do it strictly based off the chart?
It's about like 80-20. Like there's a few that I just learn about the company itself, and then those are kind of put somewhere separate that are just like, you know, learn about the company, like it, just hold it and never look at it. But then the rest, the stuff that I'm more interested in is watching the chart, because that's more like something you just keep up with day to day.
For sure, and not emotional, right?
Yeah.
You're just literally focusing on the numbers behind it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, smart way to do it. NFTs, have you dabbled in them yet, or have you learned anything about them?
I have dove down that rabbit hole a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
How'd it
fully
come
in
out?
it now.
How'd it come out? What have you learned?
So there's actually, the reason I got into it, because there's actually a big NFT game called Axie Infinity. You have to buy 3 characters to play the game, but the characters themselves can be bought and sold to other people. So once you buy them, you own them. So then you could sell them to somebody else and buy a different character. And then it's a play to earn game. So while you're playing, the in-game currency is actually worth something that you're earning too.
Oh man.
So it's got its whole little ecosystem in itself. So that kind of got me into NFTs. And then once I got into that, I started looking into a lot more. I had a conversation with Gary Vee, and he was telling me all these different ones to look into. So I started looking into those, and then that led down the rabbit hole. There's thousands of them, so it's never ending.
So if I'm a guy that doesn't know anything about NFTs, do you go down the rabbit hole or do you not?
Yeah, for sure you do.
You do?
Yeah.
You think it's the future?
I don't know about the future, but it's definitely here to stay. You know, there's a ton of them. People are like buying into like all these random animal profile pics, and those are like cool and funny for now, but the ones that actually have like a really cool community behind them will be long lasting for sure.
And the game that you said has like its own little ecosystem. Are there other games like that, or is that kind of like the first of its kind, and that's how you got introduced?
There's others being built like it, and it might not be the first, but it's definitely the first one to blow up. That's where kind of crypto and gaming intersects. Like I think that's play to earn instead of just playing is the future of gaming for sure. Like I think, and my kids will be like, "You used to play video games for free?"
Yeah. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Let me just throw a Keeping It PC disclaimer. This is all educational based. None of this is us giving you advice on how to invest. This is just
Not
our own
financial
personal
advice.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. We'll turn it a little bit towards basketball. It was a trade that got you here, but what is your excitement level when you found out you were coming? And what have you seen so far at the beginning of being here?
Yeah, well, after that 30 minutes of like shock and 20 phone calls with different people, it like quickly turns to excitement because I get to play for a contender. Yeah. We have a lot of outside pressure, expectations, all that because of y'all coming off a championship last year. So it's really fun for me to now be a part of that team who's shooting for that goal. We had that a little bit my rookie year in Utah, but there's way more pressure and expectations on this, and I think that's a lot of fun to play with and play for a team that's in a position to do that.
For sure. And coming from Duke, you were probably in that position a little. I mean, you guys won it your freshman year, right?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like every year at Duke was like a Final Four bust type
100%, 100%. So what was that like, especially at that young of an age?
It's high pressure, it's intense. I think you learn to enjoy it, and that becomes a part of it. Like it becomes a part of the fun. It's like every year, because it feels like every year you're kind of starting new and starting building from that like day one, and you can kind of feel that in practice. Like, all right, it's like day one of this. I don't know how many months the season is when you go all the way. I know y'all played for a while last year.
Yeah, 9 maybe.
But it's like day one of a 9-month process to winning it.
I mean, this is just college on steroids, right? College was what, 35, 40 games in order to win it?
Yeah.
This one's 100 potentially, 95, 100.
Yeah, you're like 30 regular season games. You get like a third way through your NBA season.
100%,
like,
yeah, you're done.
season's
Thanksgiving.
over.
I was gonna say Thanksgiving, we have 30 games. And we're gonna ask a few questions, it's gonna be an either or.
All right.
They're gonna be simple, some will be kind of funny. Feel free to elaborate on whichever ones you want. iPad or laptop?
I would have 100% said iPad if it weren't before like 2 weeks ago, because I started to use my laptop way more just because of NFTs and gaming.
NFTs?
Yeah. But I'm still gonna go with iPad.
Okay.
iPad goes everywhere with me on the road. I'm always watching shows and film, whatever.
What shows?
I just finished Squid Game. Before that, Money Heist. And I always keep like one funny one and one like serious one going at the same
good
time.
balance.
Yeah,
that's good. Real estate or stock market?
Stock market.
For sure.
Yeah. You're gonna teach me about some real estate?
I'll teach you about some real estate.
Right.
Yeah, we'll try to sway that by season 2 of Keeping It PC. Xbox, PlayStation, or PC?
PC for sure, but I still have to, like, PlayStation doesn't have their games on PC yet. So
Really?
Xbox does, because the whole Microsoft thing.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream for sure.
Yeah, good answer. AirPods or over-the-ear headphones?
AirPods 90% of the time. On planes, over the ear for sure.
Yeah, noise cancellation way better, yeah. Jordans or Air Maxes?
I'm just gonna say Air Maxes, because I haven't worn a pair of Jordans in maybe 3 years.
I'm an Air Max guy, so you're preaching to the choir, man. College or NFL football?
Probably college. I think the upsets are more exciting in college.
Yeah, every game.
And I'm from Jacksonville, and no disrespect to all the Jags players, but we haven't been very good.
Sweatpants or dress up?
Sweatpants.
Room service or go out to dinner?
I got a pretty good respect for both.
Both?
Room service is super convenient when you're gaming. Just go to the door and grab it.
True. Someone ever knock on the door when you're in the middle of a game?
Oh yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Someone's like, sometimes they just come in with like the tray. Sometimes they like came in and like the guy's like waved at me. He's like, "You're good."
Yeah. You're like, "Just put it down. I'm in the minute." All right, but if you're gonna go out to dinner, what are some of the cities like you'll make sure you go out to dinner in when we're on the road?
If we have like an extra night, I always try to go to like a nice steakhouse.
Oh,
just
yeah.
get a good heavy meal.
Yeah, I like that. Dunk or three-pointer?
Threes are worth more.
True. 3 is greater than 2. Numbers guy.
Here's a catch and shoot 3 from Allen, and he zeroes in again.
Okay, buzzer beater or posterized dunk?
Buzzer beater. That sounds like a win.
It does sound like a win, although I know you're a guy that likes to dunk, so I had to ask.
Here's a feed from Connaughton behind the back to Allen into the front court. Allen gets past his man and flushes it through. Not just a three-point shooter.
Luxury sedan or luxury truck?
Sedan.
Sedan.
Yeah.
Trevor or Eric?
You have to pick?
You have to pick. I know, 100%. We're throwing you in the fire, man.
I'm gonna go Eric.
Yeah, good answer. I'll tell Trevor. Would you rather match your shoes to the jersey, or would you rather them be like flashy, like completely different?
Match.
Match.
Yeah.
Got it. He's not matching right now. Hot water or cold water? Have to pick. Rest of your life. Shower, drink, doesn't matter.
Definitely hot water then.
Definitely hot water?
Yeah.
So you're gonna drink hot water.
Yeah, some tea or something.
You're gonna drink tea the rest of your life.
Fine.
But
I'd rather have that
you
than
need the hot
take-
shower? Yeah. Cards or movie? If you're on a plane.
Movie.
Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay away from the card table. When you're done playing, if you were to pursue a career in basketball, would you rather be a coach or a GM?
GM.
GM.
Yeah.
Dad hat or fitted hat?
Dad hat.
Dad hat.
Yeah.
If you were to get sneakers, would you buy them off of StockX or GOAT?
Probably StockX, just because I've actually used it before.
Never used GOAT before.
No.
Yeah. Stay with what you know. If you wanted to have a sponsorship, what would it be?
Oh, Whole Foods sponsorship would be amazing.
Never pay for groceries again.
And they have everything.
And
they
they
got
have
the good
everything.
soaps,
100%.
lotions,
Everything. Which I'm not gonna lie to you,
toothpaste.
is a little bit interesting when I'm shopping for something to eat and I end up in the soap aisle by accident. I don't really know how I got there.
they
but
trick you.
They trick you, 100%.
Yeah.
They have somebody that like pops out and they're like, "You want to try this essential oil?" And I'm like, "I'm sure. Why not?"
And I got into like ordering them for delivery
Yeah.
recently, and now it's just like, 3 times a week there's a Whole Foods delivery
2
coming to my
clicks and
door.
it's just at your door. And we're gonna go with Whole Foods then. I'll
Whole
answer
Foods
the
would be
question
an
for you,
amazing
and
sponsorship.
we'll get a joint sponsorship of Whole Foods. We'll stand outside the Whole Foods in Milwaukee. We'll sign some autographs. We'll get some people there, and we'll walk out with Grayson's Groceries.
I like that.
Yeah.
All
Grayson's Groceries. That might be a good trademark. Yeah.
right, do it.
Let's get it. Appreciate you, man.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Milwaukee. Thanks for keeping it PC, and thanks for sharing some great financial education, not advice, to the viewers.